Um, Paul, Paul Tuah, Hawk, Hawk, Paul Tuah, uh, mreele on that thing. I guess yes. By the way, this was Noita, the one right before it was Chibi Robo, which I forgot has a banger freaking soundtrack. And then I remembered, I'm like, oh, I'm adding that. I'm adding that here. Let me say hello to 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 the the great people of the hot the I don't, you know, happy Hawk Tuesday, everyone. This is the string of words that I am going to manifest with with my mouth is Happy Hawk Tuesday. This is the thing you say every Tuesday. Can we go to the locale, and can I say hello to Tayumisi Tua on that thing? And indeed, this is the case. I've been I've been thinking about this. We probably, like, what day does that fall on? I think we, like if we look up Hawk Tua, um, and if we look up June 11th, you know this is perhaps a monumentous occasion of sort. I'm not going to celebrate Hawk Tua, mostly because of time of the time of month that would occur, or the time of year, or the life situation as it would be. But it'd be very funny to have like a Hawk Tua celebration stream of some sort. I might do this if I am able. But hello, Tayumisi, and A squared as well, and Control O Paul Tua, bark on that thing. Do we bark, or do we mreele here? Which is it? I do wonder about this now. It seems to be there seems to be kind of like a mixing of the two. It seems to be like a mix of mreels, but also bark, as they say, arf arf arf, like wah wah wah, as things such as that. I think you can express more types of barks. Like with mreele, you kind of have like meow, meow, meow. Although I had a roommate who had a cat that would scream, like, and it sounded like he was saying hello, and he'd do this whenever he wanted attention. He'd be like, "Mama, mama, mama," and it was rather weird. But I quite liked it. I thought it was interesting. It made it feel like it, I felt like I could sit down and have a conversation with him. Hello, as well to Exor Xavier, also, and uh, Triple Threat Robotics. Okay, we have Robotic Book of Bug. We have Robotic Exor Xavier and Robotic Crazy Kitty. This is kind of huge. This is kind of huge. Eventually, you know, there has to be some sort of situation where it's, if you were to define like a mreele in one to activate a mreele in the other, eventually you would have like a recursive chain of just like them speaking back and forth, meowing at each other. I guess would be the way. Yeah, this could be possible. This could be possible with the way the input would be read. Since they're all different robot styles. And hello to Kiram as well. Hello. Hi and welcome all. This might be possible. Can we actually define a mreele here? This might be regrettable, but it sure will be funny before it's regrettable. It sure will be funny before it's regrettable. Can we do a can we do a can, oh yeah, we have rice. I forgot about this. Let's just add a can we just add a mreele where it's typing. I do wonder if it's going to work due to the emoji being in front of it. So like if I do something like this, a single recursive mreele, not mutually recursive situation. I wonder how this will um I wonder how this will throw down to some degree, as they say. Although this won't catch. Now that I think about it, this will not catch the you know, we have to look for bald. We have to look for bald. We have to look for bald. Where do you oh, is infix of. This is perhaps the one we want. Can you go down here with the other infixes really quick? Alright, and yeah, I think that we can define it like this. So mreele is infix of m equals I think this should work. I don't think we have to lift IO on this. Oh, well, only one way to find out, I guess. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. In this regard. Do we? Oh, 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 oh no. Oh, okay, okay. This is. Oh, it's still going. What the freak? Oh, oh, it paused. Okay, so it works. Okay, this is actually kind of terrifying. Let's leave it in there. Let's leave it in there. Because it's kind of funny. This is kind of funny. This is low key. You know, this is what Hawk Tuesday is all about. Some would say. This is what it's all about. Yeah. I hope anyway, I hope that all are well. I hope all are well in this grand world. I hope you're all hanging out great. I am so tired. I am so sleepy. I have been, but such is the case. You know, it is the way things go. But I think really that the more wild situation here, as they say, is like I looked at it, I was like, what day is it? You know, is this a like clearly it's a Tuesday because I was at work and it was not a Monday because if it was a Monday I would have woken up feeling oh no it got rate limited. Oh, this is rather sad. This perhaps oh no oh, I'm sorry about that. Rest in peace to the bot. Right. This is kind of like a oh no, oh no. Oh no. This is rather sad. Rest. I think. Rest in peace, Zorbot. Oh no. Um. Hello. Welcome, Niche Penguin. We just. Oh no. Oh no. We just banned Xor Xavier via mreele. From or temporarily. Temporarily I should add. Oh no. Oh no. This is. Oh. This is perhaps a bomb. Perhaps a bomb of some sorts. We should say or what is it what is it that they call it to evade the YouTube ban. Was it BIMs? You know, this is a BIM of sort. Here, I will probably disable it currently. I will probably currently disable it simply so we do not shadow ban. And if I don't do it now, I will forget to do it later. But Rest in peace, Xdorbot. 2025 through 2025. Death by mreele. You know, this is how it goes. This is how it goes. This is how it goes sometimes. You know, that's just that that's that's life, and that's just another day, just another. How the freak is it? How the freak is it already? This is what I've been thinking about a lot. Like, I woke up, right, and I was like, I sure do love it being March 3rd. I sure do love whatever it is, the beginning of March, you know. And then I look, and it is in fact the end of March. We've passed up the Ides of March. Like, they are far back in the future, and I'm just like, how did we get here? Like, how did we get here? Like, the wheel of time itself has been a rather wild situation lately, and I truly cannot comprehend the passage of days, as we revolve ever closer toward, um whatever comes April. Yeah, that's what comes, ever toward April. And perhaps this is the, you know, as they say, the jitters of the fact that a move is slowly rising. But I do think I found a place. I think I found the place. You know, this is so that part is exciting. I think we are. I think we actually have made progress in Escape Texas. You know, this is a little bit monumentous. You know, this is perhaps where we are, now. Minor progress. That being said, nothing is set in stone. Oh yeah, Mrao executed. Okay, cool. It did execute. I. Oh no. Rest in peace to the bot though. Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad. Oh well. So so it goes. So it goes in this dog world, as they say. That's how we do it in this dog world. It's not global. What's not global? Um. Oh, they can. Oh, they can. Okay, we're reactivating morale then. We're reactivating morale if it's a non-global. Because it's kind of funny. Okay, yeah. The 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 passage of time has ever, you know, I don't know how we got here. I guess is what all I can think whenever I look at, look at the calendar. I peel back I don't have a calendar, but in my head, like in the mythological calendar of the mind, I peel back another month, and I'm like, what the heck, and one of the days I'm gonna peel it back, and it's gonna say, you know, lease is over, and I'll be like, oh, it's time. But we ball. This is how it goes. I hope you are all well, in this rough and tumble world toward April. Yeah, I think I fuck it, we ball. This used to be kind of the thing I would say quite a bit, but I've been, this is perhaps of import. My new calling card to some degree has been, that's how we do it in this dog world. Chrome is a fast, secure browser for all your devices. No, thank you. Joe Biden did a jail cell. Default YouTube is kind of wild. This is kind of interesting. So are you aware of an Under's Tale? An Under's Tale. This is, they say. Can we get to the part? Can we get to the part? I believe it is. Yes. This. That's what I do in this dark world. Yeah. Oh my god, that part. That's how I do it. This dog world from the Deltarune, like, bully. I think about this. I think about this a lot. I just, I've come to say it now. Like, whenever whenever things go rough and tumble, you just say that's how we do it in this dog world. You know, I guess this is the true dichotomy of the this is, you know, the way things go. Let's look at Wayland. Let's look at Wayland. 4 weeks ago. Oh god. Oh god. Did they update this? Oh god. Wait. I don't think. Let's see. Oh, they added a new header mode. Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible. We have to. What? What? Wait, when did this happen? Oh no. I haven't even got the original to work yet. Oh no. Data. Um. It said enum header. Was that it? Example enum.h. This is horrifying. I think that we already have this. Yeah, I think we might be safe from this. I don't think this is actually anything too new. Let's check. Let's check. Because I believe that the way it is already going, if we hop into test right here and we go to data and we go to the the example private, and let's look for. No, do you live in server? Not in. Oh, that's the small server. Example server. Okay. I don't. I think we aren't fucked. We aren't fucked. This is. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I think for this, all we need to do is move the exports into, or the enumeration exports into a shared, is the only thing I can think of that might be necessary. Then again, the client might have them as well. Let's see. So they are client side also. Okay, this is reassuring. This is reassuring. Okay, hell yeah, hell yeah. That means, so this has sort of been the case now. We are getting into the, we're kind of post, for client side and private code generation. We're kind of post, does it work? It works. It freaking works. We've been making it make sense. Has been, you know, kind of the journey now is, can we make it make sense? Can we make it not hurt head whenever I look at it? Which sort of has been the case. It's been a somewhat interesting, in that regard. Somewhat wild ride almost. You would say. If we go to util, and do we have a SWI session? We do not. We do not. Can we go to the ASD for this? Okay, perfect. And yeah. Oh, we want to do the shell. Here we go. Here we go. All right. And then SWI, and yeah, we can close that. And here too, and ASD. we get any compile errors? No. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So we've been working on making it make a little bit of sense. Like accessors has been the main thing. The main thing has been you know the uh the private code here where it's like we don't want to export all of this. This is kind of an absurd amount of exports for this single file. We want to do maybe 50% of this. And then on top of that, low key, like the other thing is just kind of getting things such as this to work the way we want them to, and we kind of we're kind of there. We're kind of there in a way that is like exciting style. Like if we go into the message test right here, message test.lisp, and like we look at something like this, you'll notice that the interface arrow events end. This is kind of a guile scheme naming convention for I don't know what they call these, but like I say a converter. So like in guile scheme, what you would do is something like I believe at least that it is something along the lines of you know integer to char or the char and then 1, and you'll get that can we do yeah, and you'll get something like that. Yeah, these are converters of a sort. These are for conversion, and in common Lisp we don't use this. We use something like well, I'm gonna be honest. In Common Lisp, it's kind of fucked up. There's no like to convert a so like to convert an integer to char right here. You're like, oh, okay. So naturally, to convert a string like to a symbol, you would do something like this. You would do something like this. We do not. Common Lisp has for getting integers like from like or getting like an integer to a char, you would do something like no, it's the opposite. You do code char, and then you can do something like 99, and you'll get that. And then in addition to that, kind of like this one always trips me up. The read from string is what you use to get a symbol. You get information like this. That being said, since there is no like arrow notation defined for type conversion, it can lend itself to interacting with FFI, doing like kind of C style functions, which is or like C style accessors, which is exciting. Like if we look at this, for example, does not designate any package. What are you talking about? Oh, I have to load the package.list, don't I? Yeah, it does. I have to load that. Huh. Okay. Server. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Oh, that's the test. We need example client. All right, let's see. What error are we getting on line 2 of this? Oh, it's just the shared. Okay, cool. I can handle that error. what the freak? Why was this working earlier? And now oh, I have to load the test suite, don't I? What were you named? What were you named? Waven slash test. Ah, there we go. There we go. Um, okay. Yeah, we can use these as accessors of a sort. So what we can do is in a situation like this, where this was a rather verbose call previously, now we've reduced it down to like a little three-line call. So if we do something like this here, it's gonna fail if I call it from the REPL like that. But I mean, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll let it fail. So let's define a parameter like so. Let's just take this and then define it in the REPL like so. And then what we can do with that, what we can do with a defined surface is we have multiple accessors. So this one, for example, will, um, you know, pull up the, or this one will pull up the information regarding the underlying like C structure for the see which one, yeah, the event, like the event in this list that corresponds to the number that Wayland surface enter is, which we can actually take a look at that number. Our C struct is unbound. Oops. Add util. Yeah, so it pulls up that. That's the actual interface for like the underlying C that is at work. So if we actually take a look at this right here, yeah, this is just a constant for 0. This is just an enumeration. And what makes this exciting is if we look in the private code and we look for the Wayland surface interface. Can we go to the top definition first? So we'll see that it is a foreign symbol pointer. This is kind of the client side. This is client's like side style for it. We just get this a pointer to this, which is all that this is right here. But if we're doing server side, what we can go ahead and get is initialize our own like interface for it, like so. And yeah, if we look right here, we can kind of verify these against each other. So, you know, like let's take a look at um so like, let's take a look at get interface here. So we can actually verify these with each other. So we have the name correct as a yeah, a Wayland surface, which is what we have listed here under the interface name. We have method counts corrected as well. We are for the methods and the events. We're also getting pointers. So like everything lines up the same. Everything lines up the same, which is exciting because this is the auto-generated code, and that means that we can validate it against like what we're actually kind of running in the current compositor, which is kind of wild, kind of wild. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't think I'd ever get to this point, I guess. And I took, I took a break from all of this. I'd say for like, a few months, and I was like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to like get back and like get back to where I was going with this. It's kind of over. The Wayland dream is dead. These were my fears, but here we are. Here we are with like a working doodad, a working a thing, a setup even. We are so back. This is indeed the case. You know, we've clawed our way forth, and we're stronger now than we ever were. I should probably notate these. Right, return and oh, oops. Oh, double oops. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. No, don't read on this. Util. Oh my. What do I keep pressing? Oh. Oh, I accidentally pressed Q. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was pressing it too quick. All right, we're back. We'll do method here. Nth method. I'll change that to nth as well. So yeah, this is kind of, I think so far kind of the best part of the whole setup has been this whole section, which means that we sort of, I did to do this. I can remove the to do. This is exciting. This is exciting. Which means that we kind of have like our like thing that we can compare, you know, things against. I guess. This is everything is in comparison to this to some degree. Oh, this was something actually. So the get sense. This is getting this one worked on was something I had been I had been I had asked about this in Common Lisp, the IRC. Oh, cheat repair. Oh, bug lisp. Oh, bug lisp. I should probably save. Oh, I have this saved on my other browser. Okay, okay, that is exciting. So there is, you know, there exists type case in Common Lisp. If we look at if we go to the hyperspec that, well, this is the cookbook. Do they note both here? See, Common Lisp supports runtime type checking via the macro check type. It accepts a place and a type specifier as arguments and signals a type error if the contents of place are not of a given type. And so we kind of have a difficulty with this where we can't do like we're not able to do like runtime or compile time type checking with this function because it can take one of two types. It can either take a cons, which is what we're passing whenever we say we send this over, like we send one of these things over, which is the underlying C structure. Like this is, it can take a cons here, or it can take just the name of the interface, depending on how the user passes it over. So, you know, we're kind of in a tricky situation there where we cannot declare like compile time type checking, and neither can we really do runtime because the macro, if I remember correctly, acts rather weird if we do runtime type checking. Like if we do something like check type signature, and then we say or const string. Does this work actually? Will this work? That is the question. seems like it might. Okay, yeah. If we switch this over to, if we do that, if we do something like that so that we can intentionally throw an error. Oh, okay, sick. Okay, sick. I tried it earlier and it seemed like it did not work. It seemed like it did not work. So what we need to look at for this conditional setup is these right here: type case, C type case, and E type case. You know, and I think this has been making me think as well, kind of like about bug lisp to some degree, and something to chew on, I guess, as they say. But I'm wondering what the type representation in that is going to be, since we're going to be in, and this is kind of what I'm thinking with that. Like if we take a look at it, briefly, if we go into tests and include and types, not test, source. So like if we look in here, like what we've currently defined, oh, uh, best viewers on streamboo.com, remove the space. I do not think I will be removing that space, but I will be sending you into the furnace. Try NDA mirror, try NDA me rebuff. We will be removing the message. We will be sending you to the to the fires, to the. It does not allow me to ban them. Where's the? Oh, there's the ban button. I was like, it is only allowing me to follow, whisper, invite, or gift sub them. I was looking at the wrong location. You go where, they're in a better place now. They're where all the best viewers are now. I guess you could say. You know, as they say, best viewers at bug.zone. Is that a I wonder if that can be claimed. Is zone like one of the names escape me currently, but one of the things that the .coms, the .orgs. It is. It is. Hold on. T T TLD. This is the case. I could not. I was like racking my brain for these. If we go to pork bun, can we sad. This is sadness. Welcome in Sandcork. By someone who isn't using TLS. By someone who we could do bug.inc. It's only 1,600 a year. Welcome in Sandcork, by the way. I hope you're well. Wow. Bugs really are in vogue. Bugs really are in bug.io. $81,000. I believe that this is due to the what is it? The shorter, like the shorter your URL is, the usually like higher value it is. This is what I have heard. This is what I have heard with these situations. Who isn't using TLS? What does bug.zone? Oh, and dictionary words. Is that the case? Short dictionary word. This is the means to success. This is perhaps the recipe for success. We do have this one. I think about this a lot. And the fact that they only have a 200 at the end of it. Welcome to bug. Wait, welcome to bug. Well, they have this exists. This exists as a T-shirt. Oh, that's sick. Bug girl for palette. Oh, hell yeah, this is nice. Wait, Bug Girl epic, I guess. This is he's my whole world. Yeah. Uh, Now I can finally proclaim my love for my wife to the world. Dude, they have my wife is this is do they have they have wife here? They welcome to Bug Girl. This is I wonder if we can they have lesbians in the they have lesbians in the Bug Girl zone. Can we take it like this? Can we take it like this? We can. We can. This might this might be a thing that gets claimed. This might be a thing that gets claimed. This would be nice. This would be nice. This is perhaps the case. And we can have our own welcome to Bug Girl. And I don't know what it'll be used for, but it'd be rather fun to have. It'd be rather sick. But yeah, with types, I've been thinking about it. So like ideally with this, we would interface with C. So like the question arises of how to like represent like the more you know I guess you would say like complex types that C offers, which like I'm thinking of things like the uint pointer type or you know the size t, things such as this, which we do not want to declare like an individual type for every single one of these, because that's using a lot of kind of our slots for like immediately accessible types. For that, we want to use like the basic char, like integer or pointer is not a type, char integer, perhaps things like this, but we will need type specifiers. So it is something that this is uh, this is indeed the lisp on the freaking stack eco natadi. Oh, this feels like incantation, like Latin incantation. Lisp on the freaking stack. Indeed, I've been doing a lot of the allocator work, and not gonna lie, I did the buddy allocator, and it kind of or so we've been going Wayland style for a bit since then, because I finished the buddy allocator. I was like, wow, that was a lot. That was intense. Allocator hard. It kind of I will not lie. I was up until 4 a.m. on a day that I should not have been up until 4 a.m. trying to figure out what was going on with the allocator, and it turned out that I had nested an if statement incorrectly. This is how it goes. But it seems to be working now, and it seems to be able to be called kind of like generally. So this is actually if we go to the if we go to like Lisp list here, you can kind of see the way we're calling it. Lisp.io. I am sure this one is taken. Well, we can always check. We can always check. I doubt it. I do doubt it. Yeah. Bugzone.io. Wait. And only 28 a year. Only 28 a year. This is exciting. Bugzone.inc. Wait a second. Oh, 257 a year. Bugzone.club. There. Did you know that dot rocks? I have seen one of these. I have seen one of these. Are you aware? Can we actually claim this? We can? Wait. Yeah, were you aware of this? I only became aware of this relatively recently because of, can I find the here it is, this. I became aware of this because of um this rather epic blog post right here. Um, oh well, welcome in Raiders. Hello Juice Aphedrine. Hello. Well, welcome everyone. Can we give a shout out? I hope you're well. How is your stream? I hope you're well. We are discussing TLDs currently, and the availability of the dot rocks, like the dot rocks TLD, also doing Wayland development, but though there is C on the screen, we'll probably jump back to common list. But how is your stream? I hope you're well. Also, I am I am Big Book of Bug. I am Big Book of Bug. To any who do not know, I like Lisp, I like Common Lisp, and I like C. I should probably can I plug the locations? We do have locations. Also, um, yeah. I'm doing all right. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I cannot believe that it is the end of March, but we are going strong. I actually was looking at this. So, were you aware that dot rocks is a TLD? This is just I was made aware of this due to a website right here. For yeah, Pelagi Logos. I will not pretend I can say this without stumbling over it. So I will just stumble over it. Uh, pow, dot rocks. Indeed, it is. It dot rocks is a TLD, and it's because I learned about it due to this website here, which ends in dot rocks, and I was like, this is rather wild. Welcome in, Big Gay Mikey for first time chat. Big Gay Mikey, welcome. I hope you're well. I hope you're hanging out. As they say. I hope you're doing great.
A new hand touches the beat.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, we're at like, oh yeah, this is a thing. This is a thing. If we go back to the blog really quick, this is actually its own thing. So we're almost at like 111, which is like I jokingly said that whenever I hit 111, because I thought I was going to stay at like 10 people forever. Like this is my thought going in whenever it comes to these. And I don't think about like the number go up very much, but I like it whenever a number repeats itself. Like that makes me excited. So like 111 like seems like somewhat wild. But like I joke, a nice number indeed. If you like, I mean, if you look at the redeems here, I feel like it's obvious. We have one, we have 333, we have 444, and it just goes on. It goes on like ad infinitum. Even the triple digits, we just repeat the same like string of three digits. It is, it's how it goes. It's how it goes in this brain, as they say. But yeah, I jokingly said I was going to play the Elder Scrolls Arena at 111. So like, I guess I'm almost there, which is kind of like I need to download Arena now. I guess is the case there. Because the joke I made, because there's five Elder Scrolls games, and I was like, it would be funny at like each one, like if they were ever reached. But I have no intention of playing Skyrim, so like I would retire before we hit like a 555 ever. As they say, this you know this would be the case. I do not want to play Skyrim. I don't even want to play Oblivion. Morrowind sounds sick though. I mean I honestly I might play that just of my own accord. But yeah, this is a rather cool blog post actually. So this is exactly what it sounds like for rolling like your own like cryptography system. it's incredibly intense, I would say, compared to like even some of the sea I'm like used to reading. It's incredibly intense, but like it's really cool. And yeah, dot rocks. Um, dot rocks is a TLD. What is this too? Oh, I like their stickers. Wait, Sun Microsystems? Wait, that's rather cool. That's rather sick. Oh, are they part of a web ring? Is this the case? Zero pointer. What is this? Anime lover. Hello, anime lover. Zero pointer. I hope you're well. There. We will add our contribution to zero pointer. They have projects. Oh, this is exciting. Wait, what? All right, exciting. One website update. We will perhaps return here. As they say, this is oh, they're colon threeing and they are mrowing as well. This is the world really is the same wherever you go. The world really, like, things never change. Things never change. I slonk tilde slonking. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Hi, I'm Rain, or Slonkazoid. I write code and break computers. Um, that's exciting. First language I ever learned was C sharp with WinForms. Accepting commissions. This is cool. Wait, this is rather cool. Video games are my second pad. Just like me for real. Just like me for real. This is my all-time favorites are in no specific. Yeah, this is perhaps the case. Team Fortress 2, Celeste, Deep Rock Galactic, Ultra Kill, Minecraft Half Life, Counter Strike, Hyper Hell, Cruelty Squad, Portal, and Portal 2. Yeah, yeah. This is so it goes. So it goes. So it goes. Um, my cat's name is Caramel. I I have not played Team Fortress 2 in so long. I used to always play image.cat. Okay, that's exciting. This is Oh, I quite love the entire site design as well. This is the case. This is the case. Cat image. I guess let's look at the cat. We'll render a cat. Oh, wait, that's rather adorable. That's rather adorable. Uh, this is exciting. Thank you, thank you to Slonkazoid, as they say. Shout out to can we shout out Slonkazoid? Oh, that's a real. Wait, that's a real. That's a real. That is an existing human. I'm within the realm known as Twitch.television. Wait, is this the one in is this the one and only? Is this the is the it, likely same? I think with something this unique, this is in fact the case. Same cat. This is wild. Wait, this is wild then. But yeah, shout out to Swankazoid. Holy moly. But yeah, um, what were we doing? As they say, type case. This is the case. If we go back to the util, so we're already kind of doing type checking in some regard. We can probably streamline this a bit more with type case, which it looks like there's 3 different ways to call it. So what we want to look for here is we can probably get rid of the runtime type check in this case, and if no normal clause matches, then there is an otherwise clause. Then that otherwise clause automatically matches. The forms in that clause are evaluated as an implicit prog-in. Right? So that, alright, if no normal clause matches, a correctable error of type error is signaled. Offending datum is the test key, and the expected type is the type equivalent. Okay, so this one is for invoking a restart, which is, I think, what we want to do in this case. So what we can do right now is we can move all of this. Let's move this right here as a reference, and can we see type case signature, and how do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? Alright, so for cons, I think we're just getting the nth. And for string, we're just returning that. And low-key, that should be it for the type casing. Oh, Sid. Okay, here we go. So yeah, that should be the case with type casing. And if we call that, we get the correct one. If we call just 3, can we invoke a restart on that? Wanted one of cons or string, and then we can store or supply a new value here, and we can say something like we can supply a value like so and escape that. Okay, so I think that's how we would want to do it with this. So let's see. What would we want to make the comment? So if you look at something here, this was defined in Wayland connection.c. So if we go over the Wayland connection, which, and this has been somewhat of a difficulty to some degree, has been there are parts of the Wayland protocol that aren't like in the source to object, like accessible via there, or like through the headers, I guess you would say, more so, aren't accessible like through the public headers. And it's been a little bit of an adventure figuring out how to integrate that properly, because we aren't able to just FFI it. We have to rewrite it and rewrite in Lisp from the ground up. And this has been a bit of a case, but in this one it's just an A to I, which is not too hard. Do we not have Wayland connection? Connection.c. And then yeah, so they just define it there, which I think we have more or less the corresponding thing here. Let's see. I think though, like, what is the sense version? This is something I'm kind of not, like, I can look at it and be vaguely understanding, like, oh, it means that it has been since this version, it has been active. But can we actually look this up? Can we get the? Oh, they released a new version of the Wayland protocols. Oh, that's just the capital P protocols. But where is your, yeah, there is your documentation. Can we versioning, this is perhaps what we want to look at here. Every interface is versioned, and every protocol implements a particular version of its interface. For global objects, the maximum version supported by the server is advertised with the global and actual version of the created protocol object. Um, Version argument has to bind. For objects that are not globals, their version is inferred from the objects that created them. So that tells us about how versioning works, but the sense and the version are somewhat different. Perhaps we have to return to the actual the underlying like the underlying code for this might that might be the case here. All right. If we hop into tests here, data, and then if we go client style example client.h, and we do something like, this is rather interesting because I think we'll just keep it like so. You know, we'll keep it like so. Um, I think with these low key, like the objects, these are all kind of good to go. The message array, you will stay the same really quick at least. And I think something that we need to change is the methods shouldn't init on nil. What we need to do is init a null pointer. So kind of this style. And low-key like the same thing here because we're doing right, there we go. No pointer here. I love the null pointer. It is rather easy to implement. The easiest part of the FFI to implement is the part that points to nothing, as we say. Let's see. So with this we have kind of the Wayland object. This is a somewhat interesting one because it's technically an opaque structure. it's technically an opaque structure. We aren't able to emulate that with FFI, so we do have to wrap those. Which I think this one is good to go here. These two are good to go. We can remove this to do though. This is rather nice. All right. Ah, yes, this is the one. This is one of the mean ones, as they say. Let's see. I guess the question with this is, can we define it as a method rather than this sort of messed up situation that we have here? I think so. I think that we can. Yeah, I think we can do something like this. Because that is the first thing that we do is we make an instance. Are we doing any other initialized instances on messages though? We are not. Okay. So MST, and then we will just say and then and key. So these two will more or less reflect each other, which also means that we would be able to get rid of this first little part right here. And I think we can get rid of this as well. Is this... Yeah, I think that this is... Let's see. Align with C-struct. Alright, this is one to look at. I do think we're going to define one of these methods as well, since we are doing some, like, a lot of foreign slot value on this. Alright, let's see. So we can call something like this. And then this will... I ran super late. This is looking cool. Hello, Wind Up Boy. Welcome in. I hope you're well. Yeah, we're currently a lot of the defunds. I am swapping them over to methods to some degree. Because we had originally this initialized instance was a a defun for make Wayland message, or yeah, make Wayland message, but it was, we can probably break it into two different methods. So that is what we are going to do in this case. That is what we are going to do here, which is rather exciting. I think for the method here, we can do something like CFFI, yeah, with foreign slots. So we can call this one still. And then the question is, what slots are we working with? Name, signature, and type. So yeah, I think something to that nature, and then let's see. So we're able to do the allocation there. Yeah. Okay, we're good to go. Let's change this to ints just to keep kind of the naming convention similar. So we can set that up, and this is of a type Wayland message. So if we do struct, something like that, Wayland message style, and then we can move all of these setfs here. Yeah, we can move all. Well, first we can kind of get rid of all of these setfs because we are no longer. We are no longer needing those. And then let's see. Hello, Azrael underscore IO. Welcome. I hope you're well. Happy Hawk Tuesday, as they say. Happy Hawk Tuesday. We are going Wayland style. That is the way we are. My AC can't keep. You know, I am in the same situation. I'm in the same situation. I have all of my windows like closed currently. They stay like so. I have you know the moment the stream ends and I'm not as like, oh, I gotta keep the volume, the background noise somewhat low for stream purpose. The moment this ends, I am turning on my really big and really loud box fan, and I'm going to chill out, as they say. But this is the case. That's how we do it. Deep in the heart of Texas. It's painful. So this is, you see, I'm kind of fortunate in that I'm not, I am not a particularly warm-bodied individual. I get cold quite easy. I am that person who will wear a jacket the moment I enter a supermarket because it is too cold inside. It, the type to bring a blanket to the movie theater. This is sort of my style. But even then, it's I live on the third floor, and I have my entire like south wall of my like room is basically a giant window. So it really kind of is a bit of a nightmare, especially midday. You could probably, it's kind of like its own little convection oven. Sometimes it feels like I could probably like bake cookies against the window or something. Hot enough to fry an egg. This is what people say, right? Hot enough to fry an egg. But yeah, it's wild out there. It's wild in this world. And then we can set F. Maybe that's your bread problem. Oh, so this So, Wind Up Boy, you'll be happy to know, or I was happy to know, this place that I had been looking at, this place I had been looking at for some time. I was like, I'm gonna have to give up bread. Turns out, I called them finally because I'm thinking of moving forward with this. Come, it'll become June, so it's quite some time away. But I had some cursory questions to know if it should stay on my radar, and they mentioned they were like, oh yeah, the microwave here is a microwave and convection oven combo, and I took a pause in that moment. I'm like, wait, it ovens as well? It ovens? I didn't want to sound I I was you know I was laughed with rather than at by or after my excitement over this. I did not know about this technology either. You, this might be. Can we actually see if we like if you look up microwave convection oven, like these exist. Yeah, no, these just fully exist. These are out in the world. Yeah, this is I believe this is what it is. Like that this top like microwave thing serves as a convection as well. Like would you look at that? This really is the case. I think about this a lot. Like we've really solved the problems of how to cook like in the most ingenious methods possible. It's rather I don't know. It's rather wild to me. It's rather wild to me. So I think that this one is a little bit more of an interesting situation actually. Now that I'm looking at it, because what we're doing here is the opposite of what we need to do for the alignment here. Or is it? Hold on. Yeah, because we're doing the opposite here. We're initializing the C structure afterwards. So what we need to look at is how the what we probably need to look at is because we can't use with foreign slots on this if we're setting the foreign slots, I believe. This is a bit. Can we look at the CFFI with foreign slots? This this may serve a bit of a interesting situation. Because these provide us the slots, but we want to set them. Perhaps we want to look at with foreign object. Is this perhaps the case? Um, I believe that this is indeed the case. At this point, you know much more about CFFI than I do. I've been living and breathing this to some degree. This is truly the backbone of the entire library. In a way that is, it's somewhat wild. It's somewhat wild. Like I came into this cheer for the inevitable flawless victory. Thank you. I thank you for the victory. We shall get there. Honestly, in fact, like we're kind of halfway there. This is just the, I guess you would call this the de-uglification of it to some degree. So what we can call this is, no, that won't work either because we've already uh, I like that the Wayland project is in Lisp and the Lisp project is in C. This is, this is how it goes. I like it as well. These are the two favorite languages of mine, are Lisp and C. And I feel like to some degree, I think of whenever you're playing a first person shooter, as they say, and you switch from the handgun to the sniper rifle kind of style. This is the same feeling where it's, we are switching out our loadout, as they say. I think that for this, our line with C struct is in fact we have to go reverse style, which is I've heard good things about CFFI. It's pretty amazing. Oh, wait, that's exciting. That's rather, you see, I feel like this is kind of the vibe with a lot of the Common Lisp community, is what I'm noticing. It's rather small that you're able to kind of like know people. Uh, Lisp SDL3 over CFFI. Lisp land is small. SDL3 over CFFI would be exciting. There are some SDL2 style like libraries, but I think that a lot of them implement. So this is actually a thing. I don't trust it personally, or I did not trust it for. Oh, I probably have to type in Common Lisp. Common Lisp claw. Here we go. Yeah, an auto wrapping facility. There is an SDL library that uses this, and it is an auto wrapper for like FFI. I could not really get it to work with the Wayland stuff, but I think that's just because Wayland is so, you know, it's so messed up. I don't have any other words for it other than it's messed up. This is indeed the case. It's very fucked up. So I think that what we ultimately have to do with this, is we can yank all of this out. Yeah, I think that we can yank all of this out, and this will be our method for um, structural alignment here, and then we can just call it here. So, although this is an instantiation method, so I'm wondering with these methods, like the nesting, the there is some SDL Wayland code. Oh wait, oh, this is exciting. Our experiments to hit something I like working. SDL is kind of, these are all things available at the time the class is instantiated. Um, as in all of the like structural information, because this would be passed by the user. Yes. This would be passed by the user. The only things that aren't available per se, I would say, are the Well, no, so what we can do is keep this living in here, and the align with C struct here would be kind of the inverse of it. Which we don't need. This might be unnecessary. This one might be unnecessary. It kind of, this one works for deinitializing, but we never really are uninitializing the interfaces. We kind of, they kind of stay how they are for the duration. We aren't really causing modification to them. So I think we'll keep that as is to kind of keep that balance there, where that's called like on cleanup, for example. Um, what we could do, though, to simplify this probably a little bit is, I think with this one actually we can't really do much more in addition to that. What we can do, though, this is called in the, so what we have to call now is make instance, and then I think we'll keep that there, and then we will do yeah, we'll still defund it here, because otherwise I'm gonna have to change a lot of the kind of like underlying code for this. So
A new hand touches the beacon.
um, well, welcome in, FN Lumi. How, hello L colon Q as well. Oh whoa, we got big number on here. We have, oh, that was funny. It passed through. I hope you're well. I hope you're both well. We're going Wayland style. We're going Wayland style. We're going Wayland style today. I think that if we look at the original, yeah, I think that it's just, we'll call it like this, and then Wayland message. Yeah, I think that we'll do this style on it. Sly, can you give me good news? Give me good news. Undefined variable. That is not good news. Oh, okay, okay. Can we end? Can we end? That's why. Can we go? Alright, this, and then change this one out to, you'll go in style as well. This is, function make Wayland message is called with 8 arguments, but once exactly 0. Oh, we will have to get rid of it. We will have to get rid of it. Unless we do like unless we do like and rest. or can you and key and allow other keys? I think, are we allow other keys and lists? The one of the more mysterious ones. All right. If and allow other keys was specified in the lambda list of a function, checking is suppressed and calls to that function. I think this is what we want here. Yeah, I think that we can just pass it in like so. So like and key and allow other keys. Like if we do something like this style, we get another warning. The background is super cute. Thank you. It's stitched together from here. Can we um can we go to the style? Just a view of the background as I say. Yeah, I stitched it together from several different, like, by several I mean three different sources if I remember correctly. Where did we live? From like three different sources, and I just kind of stitched them all together in GIMP. So I think for this style we are. Why do we not have message pointer here? Wait, this is a bit of an oddity. Hold on. This might we might be a little bit. This might have actually ruined everything with this. Let's see though. Loop for messages and message. So there at the top for making a list of messages, what we do is allocate over all, or kind of like the full array of messages that we want to create and send over. Set array to the message list pointer. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Um, I see, I see. So in this case, we would pass this as a C struct. Do we not have that as accessible? Okay, so we do. Alright. Let's change the init form currently to add null pointer on this as well. And can we live back down here? Can we live in the so that's for the interfaces. Oh, that one's terrifying. That one's gonna be terrifying. All right. I think, yeah, here we were. So I think we can do a C struct pass for that, and then see, let message pointer be a this one is, you're using a symbol P list. I think I was originally, so what I'm trying to figure out in this, let's actually look at the message test here. Let's take a look at the message test where we actually call yes, so this is how it was indeed being called. So I think for this, messages take a message name, a signature, and message types for their accessors. So we should be able to pass that over like so. Undefined variable and allow other keys. So that would be not passed there. I think my habit is to define a constructor function for each class to smooth out the vagaries of make instance. Yeah, I think what we are encountering is we may have to go back up in the undo tree some. Can we hop back up to the yeah, I think let's take a fresh look at how we had initially defund this. So this was the initial the initial like function name for it. So what we can probably do is atop this start a def method. So something such as and then message Wayland message and key so I think doing something kind of this style would be the general make instance. And what we can do here is we can keep these keyword arguments like so, and then pass this to the underlying like make instance. So let's see. Yeah, you want a separate creation of the object within its state initialization, which is why initialize exists or instance exists in mop. Yeah, I think, and this is one of the trickier ones. I think the where it starts to get kind of tricky, and this is perhaps, this is perhaps mop mode to some degree. Is the Wayland like objects get really freaking like complex with the type nesting, because what we have on kind of the C side of things is everything is a Wayland object, which is that like it's like your opaque pointer, but then you have in cases like this, like the messages and interfaces especially, I think are the sticky situations, because they are you know they are utilized in such a way that they are considered objects, but they are recursive objects. Like a message will hold an instance to like other messages, and they are initialized as arrays, which is kind of leads to an odd situation where we want to be able to initialize like individual messages and then at the same time have a way to iterate over an array of messages, like, and collect that as kind of its own like variable. I think what we can do with this aspect though is class for each message and dispatch on the type associated with that class. I think that, or that's kind of the difficult part, is we're kind of already doing that. The class or the type is based on like the protocol spec, so that's like doing messages. Kind of, we're kind of already doing that with like we're doing instances like that. Like this is all kind of like the auto generated message code right here. And I think like this part works, or this part works. Like it's currently in a functional state. I think like clean, or the initialized instance is primarily like a bit of a cleanup thing that we want to do, which we should be able to. We should be able to do it like so. Well, I don't know if this can actually be done in an instance like initializer, because um, is there a GitHub? Oh yeah, it is available on GitHub. It is kind of I can link that here. Or it's more of a, I guess it's a GitLab. But this is the current project GitLab. Here, let me link that. But yeah, I think it's been up for a while. It says, oh, I got rid of a specify license here. It said specify license here on the like bottom, or for the longest time. I think I finally put the actual license. Okay, finally. That is progress. I think I see where we are running into the issue. Like the problem is that our current like make Wayland message, if we go to the yeah, if we search it here, yeah, so this is where the issue is occurring. We want to be able to pass in a message pointer here, which if we look at this, we either want to allocate like a structure for the wait, okay, this I see what we can do. I see what we can do. No, that the only way this would work is by defining like an additional accessor for the all right, let's see. Hmm. So I think what we can I don't know if we can actually do an initialized instance on this simply because of the way that it is like the list caller is working because we have to hello XR Xavier robotic style. Well, welcome back from banishment to the cat zone. Right, rest in peace as well. Alive again indeed. Oh yes, this was rest in peace. You know, this is death by morale, but we come back. We arise again. You know, the story of Ra to some degree in this way. It is like the story of Ra almost. Like we 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 re we recombobulate the robot. I can't believe we were like three robots in a single chat earlier. This was exciting. Yeah, I think what we're running into hello Xavier. I'm sorry for the shadow ban. As again, my my apologies, or not shadow ban, temporary ban. The thing that the thing that Twitch did, the banishment to the mreele zone. Just be careful with the mreele. This is indeed the case. With great mreeler comes great responsibility, as they say. With great mreeler comes great responsibility. I do not think we can do a method on this, which is it makes me sad because this looks like it would be primed for a method, and I think it's the way that we loop over this list. We have to have access to the message pointer, which the only way we could do this is because what we're doing here, this is kind of fucked up. Wait, what? Who? Oh, I wrote this. Okay. So with this like list maker or like builder, what we're first doing is getting kind of the allocations for everything. Then we loop over every message in the message list. Okay. So what we're passing is one of these right here. Um, and then in addition to that, the pointer for each or like for each one. So with something like make message list style, we need to pass over an a list of like or a p list of like these items, which yeah, we might not be able to keep that or go instant style with that one because it is a bit unwieldy in that regard. let's take a look at initialize instance. This may perhaps shed some light on it. Let's see. With instance according to init args and the init forms. See, this indicates that all slots. Oh, so what we want to do is what we could probably do is, I think initialize instance is probably the incorrect one for this. We don't really want to touch it with like on instance initialization. We want to keep that more or less the same, but what we want to do is probably section this part out right here into an align with C struct style setup. So yeah, okay, this is probably the way. So let's take a look at util. And we define one such align with C struct like so. So what we would do in a situation like this is, I was thinking about this backwards style to some degree, because we have too much information that we need to know like prior to initialization, which is why it has like a function wrapper for it. So if we do something with align with C struct, and then we do a right, let's see. So I think with this, alright, yeah. So we'll do setf style. So something like setf, C struct message, there has to be a more efficient means to call for and swap value. Because we're able to do with foreign objects. So let's take a look at how that one works. With foreign objects CFFI, description, bind var to a pointer, so it's newly allocated, which, yeah, I think that this is perhaps the main way that we can do this. So it goes, I guess. So it goes. Unless we do like a go label style on this might be the correct method. Labels and definitions. I believe for this one we will just say we'll call it set C slot. This seems to be the case. Do we want to use labels, or I think flat would be better. Yeah, I think flat is what we want to use actually in this. So if we go flat style, definitions and body, well, welcome in Eudaimoniac. Meow Tua indeed. We had a great banishment of Rao style. You can there were 3 bots in here at the get go, and it was discovered that you could recur on, like, do recursive calls to just posting the word Rao. It is it was kind of funny, but I accidentally banished XOR Xavier, like bot style, and therefore XOR Xavier real style to no chatter hell. Yeah, to rate limit hell. It was somewhat fun. It was funny to some degree, but also rest in peace, as they say. We'll do S name here. I think this will be how we do it. This will be how we do it. And that will just call, or like reduce the amount of duplication there. So something like this, and then we do yeah, I think we can flood it. We can flood it like this, and then we can do something like this, set C slot, and what if we set that to, wait a minute, that, or util ff or ffi util, not fixed from end. We want name. We want name. So set f that to yeah, I think we can just do a series of calls like this. So and then let's see, signature. In the absence of a guy, war happens. This was kind of the case. Yeah, this was war in the absence of guy. It was kind of so it goes, you know. As they say, war, like, how's it go? War never changes. This is what they state. This is what they state. And I think for this, yeah, mem a pointer, and then I think we can do that style on these. I think that this might be the case. Yeah, this might be the case that we can go kind of the style on it. And yank out all of these wicked and wild setups. Yank out these ones actually. These are the ones. Uh, in the presence of Waylon, I might actually have to write my stream gizmo. This would be exciting. I'm excited. I think about the stream gizmo often. This this would be excited to behold, as they say. I think wants me to drink beer. I oh that's a I what I'm craving like a huge glass of water right now. I keep thinking of ice water because it's so hot outside. Um, with this, we should just be able to call a line with C struct, and then we can just go ahead and does it do what it needs to do though is the real question. Undefined variable message. Why are we getting undefined? Or is this perhaps can we change these out again? And then I think with yeah, we are going to get this one operate or up and atom as they say, and then post that. Wait, undefined function set f what in the world? All right, so we have why is message undefined and let's see, undefined function, signature, and then message. And that doesn't set C slot. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. I think the set F is because we're doing a flat right here. Are we calling the flat the way it needs to be, or that looks correct? what if we go label style on it? Because definitions, and then this should be the body. Wait, why is that being listed as definitions? Oh wait, no, this is the body because that's our definition. If we do labels, is this perhaps, because ultimately what we need to set is the foreign slot value, which is definitely setfable. Yeah, so this, see, undefined function, do we have to do like a fun call on it? Like, no, right? Oh, server side closed. Oh no. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh no. Can we restart? Can we? And then can we just go ahead and so this might be an issue with the way that we are going setf style. So let's see, setf, because this should evaluate to a, yeah, foreign swap value will evaluate to a form like that is setfable. So if we go to something like foreign swap value, perhaps it's because this is a macro. This might be the, but let's see, we so let's see, setf let fun call. All right, let's reload this and see what we get. Oops. Okay, so this is a bit of a, can we perhaps use macro let in this situation? this might be a bit better. So let's see, macro at local macro definitions using the same format as def macro. So if we do something like, yeah, macro let, and then we can just go ahead and quote it this style and pass it this style. Oh, I keep on pressing quit. Oops. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. That is the difficulty we are encountering. I think I'm going to do this last go and then slumber if that is if it does not, if it does not convene, or if it does, we will hope on the latter at least. Wait, did we convene? Yeah, I guess I just had to do a macro let. Oh, it's probably the way setf works. So we do test system. And we only get, yeah, the two warnings we get are for undefined variables, which are ones that we know to be undefined because the test system does set them up like that. Okay, so that at least got rid of one of the methods, kind of, and made this ever so slightly easier to handle, I guess you would say, ever so slightly simpler to like pass through to the message list. But yeah, I think that's that for now. Thank you everybody for hanging out, as they say. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It turned out to be a macro issue, I guess, versus a function issue. So we when in doubt, quote. You know, that's how it goes. When in doubt, quote, back quote. Think all of you as well. We have the locale. We have you know the the uh, the the real bug.zone, since that TLD is taken. The other bug.zone, the true one. Who can we say hi to? Who is the who what people in the world, what people exist amongst the living in this world. We I do not think we've ever said hi to Yifweed. I don't think we've ever been this direction. So this might be the case. We might go hello Yifweed. Yeah, I think this is where we go. Factorio. Yeah, this is where we go. We go Factorio. We go Factorio. But you know,
A new hand touches the beacon.
oh wow. Oh, who? There's a new hand touching the beacon. What the heck? Thank you for the follow, Super Whisker. Oh god, we're at 111. I have to play Arena now. Oh no. I guess we're playing Arena soon. Let me add that to the blog really quick. What the freak? Okay. I guess we're playing Arena next time. Alright, oh god. We're playing Arena. Oh god, we're playing Arena next time. I have to download freaking Arena. Alright. So it goes. Let's go say hi to Yifweed. The raid message, as they say, is short, as they say, keep it short and simple. We will say bug, and we will say bug. We shall say bug. But let us go. All right. Thank you all for hanging out. Great people of the world. Thank you all for hanging out. I hope you all have a great night. And farewell. Farewell.
A new hand touches the beacon.